I first read the Selma script in 2007, and upon reading it, just knew I was going to play this part. It took another 3 years before a director came along who felt the same way, and then another 4 years before we're here actually shooting it. So it's actually been a 7-year journey. But in that time, you know, I've steeped myself in getting to know about him, the movement, and, you know, American history as a result. Not this Christmas, but the Christmas before, I sent an email to Pathé saying, look, do I need to eat more turkey than I otherwise would? What are we doing, guys? And they said, no, we need a director. We need the right director. And I said, look, I've just done this film with this lady called Ava DuVernay. It's a film called Middle of Nowhere. She won Best Director at Sundance for it. It's a brilliant piece of work. I think she's a genius. Please consider her. And initially, because, you know, this film is of a certain budget level, and we made Middle of Nowhere for $200,000, it was like, that's not going to work. But I badgered and pushed and got them to watch the film, and because they are clever people, they saw how brilliant this lady is, and that was the beginning of this journey. I really mean it when I say this woman is a genius. You know, her ability with story, the way she's able to get under the skin of who we are as human beings, and the fact that her family are from Lowndes County, literally from the county between Selma and Montgomery. So she just knows this history. It's in her DNA. The big moment was having done The Butler with Oprah Winfrey. I had shown her some footage of me, you know, as King. I'd recorded myself doing the mountaintop speech, and I showed it to her just to, you know, see what she thought. And from that moment on, she became obsessed. She was like, "You were born to do this. We need to figure this out." As we were trying to sort of get towards making the film, I called her one day and I said, look, let's turn this energy into something real. Do you want to come and join us on this? He said, I'll do whatever. What do I need to do? I said, would you consider being a producer on it? She said, what does that mean? I said, well, that means, you know, coming and helping us get the film off the ground. And she said, I'll do whatever I need to do, because you were born to do this. And that was rocket fuel. I mean, literally from that moment on, that's when it really started to gear up. Even within the civil rights movement, women were marginalized. They were just as talented, they were just as fervent about the injustices of the day, but we were in a time where, even though we were fighting for equal rights, there was just an endemic sexism. And as a result, we don't have female champions of the movement. We don't have, you know, Annie Lee Cooper Boulevard. We don't have, you know, Fannie Lou Hamer Highway. We don't have these incredible women who did incredible things, who sacrificed just as much, if not more, at times, being celebrated as part of the movement. So for me, for a black woman to be at the helm of telling the story feels absolutely right. I just feel so blessed to be the one afforded this opportunity. I think it helps that I'm British, because I haven't grown up with Martin Luther King as a deified figure in my life. So I can come at him more as a man, more as a character. My admiration for him has grown enormously in the time of learning about him. You couldn't wish for a better group of talented actors, and this is why I just feel Ava is so right for this film. She has such a great eye. You know, everyone in the film is not just there because they are great actors or because they have even a physical resemblance to the people they're playing. They're good people as well. There's such a feeling of service which I think is absolutely right. And you can't act that. You can't teach that. It's innate or it's not. Carmen, who plays Coretta, is just phenomenal. The difference with this film is I can genuinely say that there is an overriding feeling of service. How can we serve this incredible community who daily put their lives on the line for the privileges we now enjoy? On top of that, it's kind of crazy that to have, Martin Luther King is the only human being in the 20th century to have his own, to have a holiday named after him. No one else, no other historical figure in all of that 100 years in the 20th century. And yet, almost 50 years after his death, no feature film in which he is the central character has been made.